Well, we've got a couple of Troy's friends in studio here this afternoon because, Troy, we're talking about the 50th Annual National Beach Paddle Tennis Tournament. Or as it's been rebranded, just Pop.
Pop tennis.
Pop tennis. Yeah, there you go. Troy, will you introduce the crowd? Let you do the honors of introducing the crowd to
we have
our guests today.
We have Ron and Stacy with us, and both have been playing paddle tennis. We call it paddle tennis. It's been rebranded to Pop tennis, but both have been playing for several years. And Ron actually has played probably more than anyone else. He's played in 48 out of the 50, which is this year's the 50th one. Ron Sass and Stacy McLaughlin. Is it McLaughlin or is it Covich? Okay.
Good morning. How you guys doing?
Good morning.
Yes.
We're good.
We're gonna get you guys as close as you can to that guy, and
both of you guys in there.
Make sure you talk right into where
so Ron, you were there when they started. I guess it was in '73.
72 actually.
72. Oh, we took a year off.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, we took a year off. That's right.
Yeah, I came down from Iowa to St. Augustine to intern at the Florida School for the Deaf and Blind, and it was that association that I got to meet Buddy Davis, who was the principal of the blind department at that time, and he was the one who brought the game down from New York and introduced the game to us and started playing on the beach.
All right, so like the very first year, like paddle tennis is played on a much smaller court, and you serve underhand and you serve one serve. But the very first year, you guys were serving overhand, weren't you?
Yeah, I was not actually there at the very first tournament, but I played on the beach, during that summer before we finally had the tournament on, or they had the tournament on Labor Day. But yes, we didn't know the real rules.
Yeah, didn't know
we were serving overhand. Yeah, we were doing everything wrong. And it was only because Murray Geller up in New York read a little article about that first tournament in the paper up there that he, who had always been playing paddle tennis, knew all about it, came down to St. Augustine to more or less tell us, show us what we were doing wrong and how to really play the game. And that's how the whole thing more or less started.
Yeah, because it's been played well before it got to St. Augustine, like in Brighton Beach and Brooklyn.
Yes, yeah.
And in Venice, they have the paddle tennis courts right there on the beach. If you ever go to Venice near Muscle Beach, it's the paddle tennis courts.
I'm not there for the paddle tennis.
But the paddle tennis courts are right there. So tell us a little, Stacy, tell us a little bit about the tournament this weekend and what makes it so unique this week.
So, of course, we have the 50th annual, and it's a big deal because this is going to be a 4-day tournament. We start Friday night at Treaty Park. We have mixed doubles. Mixed doubles will be played the entire weekend, which is kind of new to this tournament. We have typically, it's always played in doubles, so you can play singles in paddle tennis, but this tournament, it's a doubles tournament. We will have finals Monday on the beach. Every day we'll start out on the beach, and as the tide comes up and the weather changes, we'll go to Ron Parker Park and play there.
Okay.
Real quick, does that affect the play? Because if you're playing on the beach, because it's not a hard surface, right? Or is that different?
Well, it is a hard surface.
Okay.
This year, we actually have a lot of sargassum on the beach. That's going to be a little bit of a challenge this year, as the weather always on Memorial Weekend is windy and what have you, and that does push the water up a little bit quicker than we'd like. But the goal is to have everybody have the opportunity to play on the beach because it's unlike any. Yes, exactly. And you'll never. Where else can you do that? But here.
How are the tides this year? Because some years there's tides are really, they fall because you can only do it at low tide. How are the tides this year? And when
you're supposed to know that weather, man.
The tides are not in our favor.
They're not in your favor.
They're not in our favor. We will start 8:30 on the beach every single day.
Okay.
So it's a labor of love because this tournament's a lot to put on. And we have a committee of 5 that's amazing, and the people who set up the courts obviously have the biggest challenge. And we have our nets down there. We actually draw the courts out in the sand.
That was going to be my next question. How do you get the courts on the beach?
It's a big deal.
Okay.
And
but the nets are so much easier now. I can tell you, like in the 90s, we rolled out these big tires that had
concrete
in them, and they weighed like 90 pounds each. and we rolled
Lord
them up
have
and down
mercy.
the beach, and it was just awful. And the new net system is so much better.
Paddle tennis is so strange and kind of crazy because we had extra little contests. We used to have a contest about rolling these tires out onto the beach and back up again. You know, that was one of them.
Yeah, and then we drove them into the ground. Like the entire tournament has evolved into with technology.
Then we had an auger to drill the holes and put the poles down, and some of the poles got left out there, and people got upset.
Part of the fun is actually setting up the court sometimes. I mean, because you actually have to physically draw the court on the beach. So in the lines, and you know. It's amazing how many volunteers come out there, and you have what's called a Buddy Davis Award, which is usually explained. I'm assuming both you guys are Buddy Davis winners.
Yes.
So tell us about the Buddy Davis Award a little bit.
Well, Buddy Davis, of course, like I say, started us all playing, and unfortunately, I forget what year, but Buddy Davis passed away, and we wanted to honor him. And so we had a trophy made up, a traveling trophy. And anybody who was, very, very important in paddle tennis, setting up, taking care of things, directing tournaments or whatever, was honored with the Buddy Davis Award. And so that has gone on for just, almost every year.
To note, though, we've actually... we have a new award this last year. It's the Mark Kempler Award because
he's so bashful.
Mark Kempler is a huge influence in the paddle tennis world, and we wanted to, for those of us who did not know Buddy Davis,
everybody knows Mark, and just a guy who is the connection to New York and to California, and Mark's done so much for the sport. Still plays, is he?
Exactly.
I mean, I'm assuming he's playing.
Yes, he's playing in the tournament with Jody Hunt.
Him and Jody are playing together.
Exactly.
So, where can people go to sign up, get all the information? Can they still sign up?
Absolutely.
Cool.
Yes.
Where's the website for that, and how do people get involved?
It is the St. Augustine Pop Tennis website.
Got it.
You can register online, and we will be at Treaty Park accepting checks and come. We want you to sign up by Thursday.
Cool.
So that we can make our draft. So, but you'll come there. There'll be a packet pickup. You'll get all the information of where you need to be. Everything's online now, which is lovely. And, so check us out, please, and come. It's big.
Put the website in comments for you so everybody can check that out, too.
There you go. Good deal. Thank you, sir. The 50th annual.
Very
That's
cool.
A long time, man.
It's national. This is big.
People come from all over the country for this.
Yeah.
So we also say things like in St. Augustine, what do you know that's been 50 years? Cross and Sword was not 50 years.
Troy's toenails.
That's
50 years,
that's
yes.
true. Yeah, Troy.
Little black toe.
Ron and Stacy, thank you all so much for coming by.
Amazing.
We appreciate your
Yeah,
time.
thanks for
This should
having
be a
us.
lot of fun.
Very cool.
We have the website in the
We've got that all in
comments.
comments.
Yes,
so
sir.
thank you very much. All right, good deal, man. That should be a lot of fun. That's
I'll come out and they throw great parties, so I'll come out and at least participate in the
for
parties.
the party. That sounds
like your
Actually,
speed.
thinking about playing, my back started to hurt during the interview.
My neck and my back. I know.